Hey, how are you? I was recording some videos earlier, but my phone cut out. This is what we're dealing with today. Told you I smack them every fucking day, boy. But it's a storm. Burning some put of fucking rubber again. It smells like ass. But dude, I can't even explain to you. I was fishing like I do every fucking day. And my one pole, my Zebco, ultralight shit, all that bullshit, is just sitting in the water with the hook. I just got a fish off the hook. So I got the fish in my left hand and I throw the hook back in the right, like in the water. And I'm putting my fish on my stringer. And I literally got the fish on the stringer, threw its gills, and I went to put it in the bucket and my fishing line popped. So I pulled it up. I gotta put this phone down. Dude, look. A fish this fucking big and this wide looked like a bluegill. It looked like a carp too. I don't know what it was. Popped my line and I fucking freaked out and started reeling it in and I caught it. I put my net around it and it freaked out and took my hook with it. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Dude, the biggest fish I've ever fucking caught. On no bait, just a hook. Right off the dock. Dude. The adrenaline going through I couldn't even fucking sit still. I was shaking, dude. I was like, holy fuck, that was a big fish. But, you know, needless to say, look at this bad boy. Absolutely smacked him. This is the one I just got just before I left the water. A minute ago, not even. Look at that bad boy. Can barely even hold on to him, but I sure as fuck can though. That's pretty much what I wanted to show y'all. It's about to storm. Well, I might get wet. I might just stay here till it stops raining. I can't get my locks wet like that. So I gotta hurry up if I can. And I've been out here all day, like I usually am. The only difference is I got out here a little bit late this morning. I woke up around 8 o'clock instead of 6. But I went to bed 2 hours later than I usually do. So that's fair, honestly. And I thought about not going fishing. It literally crossed my mind. But I'm not going to lie to you, dude. That sound bite, it's like a Spanish-looking black guy that goes, no, you're not. Stop lying. That's what popped in my head. It's like, no, you're not. Stop lying. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm going fishing. Ain't nothing else to do. As I'm sitting here fishing, having a good time, I'm watching other people fish, which I have a recording that I was recording when all this was happening on my other phone. You know, I'm watching people come up to me, and there's a whole bunch of people came up to me today. Not like a whole bunch, but more than usual, like 3 or 4. And first off, I had people fishing on their own dock, which is not the dock I'm on, but there's a few down. So I was watching them, and I know the people, so I was just sitting there seeing what they're doing. And they're sitting there fishing for a good while. I'm sorry I haven't been showing you every fish, but if they're big, I'll show you. Like, watch this. Smacked them. But okay, I'm glad I watched my video last night, and I'm fucking watching it like, dude, move this, move it. And yeah, in my video, I made the mistake of doing this. That shit like right here or something. I think it was like right here, and you couldn't see what I was doing. And I watched it last night, and I'm screaming at myself like, move the fucking thing. And obviously I can't hear myself because it's recording. But what that made me do is realize in the moment that I have to think about playback. I'll watch the camera, make sure you can see what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just releasing the water for now. But we smacked them all day long, boys. And I told y'all that I was gonna stop catching them small fish, and I did. If they aren't the size of my fingernail, in between the eyelids, he's going back. And you can tell. Let me see if you can see it. Right there. You can see he's bigger than my fingernail in between them eyelids, eye to eye. So that's all that I count for. Oh, that hurt, me. I had your scale in between my fingernail. It's about to come down. And truth be told, if we're being honest, dude, I have half a bag of fish in my refrigerator from yesterday. Where I went home after I made my video, I uploaded it. So if anybody watched it and they watched it, they didn't. After I made my video, I went home and I cooked half my fish and I saved the other half. And this one's the same. I smacked all of them, boys. But after I made my video and I went home and I ate a little bit of fish fry, I didn't feel like eating a lot of it. And I was like, shit, maybe my mom will come home or somebody will come over and I'll have a little bit of food for somebody else. I sat there like, fuck. Now I ain't gotta cook all this and that and that and this. And I ain't got a fillet. And when I got up this morning, when I was like, I ain't got a fish, I already had fish in my fridge. Raw fish, ready to go, ready to cook. And that's why I was like, I ain't got a fish today. But as I sat there and thought about it, there was literally nothing else for me to do. So I said, why would I stay home, run my electric bill up, bored any fucking ways, can't got nothing to do, and nothing to smoke, might as well go out and do shit. I said, than to sit here and be miserable. And I'll be honest with you, I'd rather be out here. Not right now, because it's about to storm like a motherfucker. But y'all can probably hear it go. Wasn't wrong though, look, boom. It's a cichlid. See how all of them are done like that besides the cichlid? His is just the bottom. Because he was the one yanking on everybody. When I drop him down to the water, and let's say I have my stringer full of bluegills, and I throw this motherfucker on there, what he does is he goes like this and swims to the bottom really fast, like hard as shit. Jerks to the bottom because he thinks he's in the water and he's trying to leave. But he doesn't know he's in a bucket, so that just ends up pretty much choking him out because it's in his gills. So the harder he pulls, the less air he has. What's up, Mr. Alligator? You stay down there, bud. One thing I can tell y'all that no one probably cares or asked about, this stringer fucking stinks. Every day that I go home and I wash that bitch off and I dry that bitch out and it still smells like fish blood and fish gills. I see you looking at me. Since I started making these videos, dude, he still stares at me and everything. But when I stare back, he left. He's scared. Because he knows I'm a human being, and he knows I'll just go by shotgun and blast his ass. What is he gonna do? That's why animals are scared of us. They know that we have inventions and shit. And for hundreds of years, people throw rocks and shit at their kind. So, that's why they're scared. But don't get it wrong. They ain't that scared. If you down there and you're accessible, and they know they're bigger than you are, they're gonna take that chance. But if they know you're bigger than they are, then you ain't gotta worry about that shit. Now the small ones really be feisty. I don't know why they do. All right, Lord. And since I've been running both of my bags, I haven't left one thing at the house besides today. I left my bait at the house, so I've set everything up. And I mean, I'm just glad it happened this way. I set all my shit up on the dock, which is right here. And I ran to my house, not really running, but you know what I mean. I sprint walked there, it's only a minute away anyways, but I didn't want to be out of breath, fucking tired and shit. Which honestly I don't run, so that would make me tired. I walk every day, but walking I'm fine. But running, that should have made me exhausted. Went and came and got my bait, went back, all my shit was still on. Told y'all yesterday that mine cichlid guts are just kind of sitting in here. They are. They're just connected. They're not, you know, with the bluegills, they're all in there, dude. You gotta rip them out. The cichlids, they're literally just sitting on a pouch, and there's like a little piece like this that's connecting it from its actual skin to its actual heart and shit. You just pull that off and it comes right out. It's weird. Yes, we about to get rained on. All right. But that's Dookie. I know y'all hear that. Well, I don't know if I told y'all or not, but the dock I used to fish on, we had a storm the other day, which we're having another one right now, and it blew the whole hand railing over. And I'm very in tune with bullshit, so I seen it and was like, oh look, someone's gonna blame me for that. How much you want to pay? I had a dude come up to me today. We were having a good conversation, and he goes, "Did you see the storm the other day?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh wow." He said, "It wasn't that strong. If you ask me, I think somebody pushed that bitch over just to be an asshole." I said, "Oh, do you think that?" He said, "Oh, yes, I do." I said, "That's good for what you think, but I know the storm did that shit." And he just looked at me, and I was like, "Say it. I want you to fucking say it, but you ain't got the guts to say it to me. Don't even bring this shit up." But instead of being all rude, I was just like, "Man, did you look around?" He goes, "That's right. I mean, people shit, they get fucked up." I'm like, "Yeah. Who the fuck would push someone's hand really over on a dock? If you think it was me, it's not worth it, bro. I barely caught any fish over there. I'm catching labs in this bitch. Fuck, I want to go back over there for it. Not to mention, I got my own everything on this dock." So that happened. And I'm talking about this boat I wanted to look at because no one's ever next to it or anything because I think it's abandoned. It's a fucking sailboat. He told me that the guy's never here and he left it one time during a hurricane and it flooded. It went underwater. He had to pay somebody to drag that bitch out the bottom of the water. But he said no one's ever owned it. I said, "For real?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh shit." But he told me he had a bass boat. The dude was pretty alright. Let me get, you know what I mean? But he just made me feel a certain type of way. So I was like, "Alright, bro, whatever." But he has a bass boat, and he told me he don't ever use it. But the reason he doesn't leave his boat down here is because his boat doesn't have some kind of pump on it or some shit, and when it rains, it just floods his boat, and he don't want to deal with that, so he just leaves it in his driveway. Not to mention, the boat ramp here is way too shallow, is what he told me, so he'd rather not launch in here because the boat ramp he used to use, somebody bought the property, now it's private property, he can't use it. So I said, okay. It's about how my day is. Been going pretty good, actually. For having a decent day. I mean, it's not as good as the other days I was having, but for, you know, compared to just what I could be doing, could be going through, pretty good. I mean, I ain't smacking them as hard as I was with, you know, bulk bread, but with this homemade bread, I'm still smacking them, so fuck it. I mean, shit, some of the bluegills I have are big as fuck. But that's my ideology now, is that because I know I can catch fish, I know it's not a skill issue. I don't have to keep every fish I catch. If they're small, I can throw that bitch back, and then a day, 2, 3 days later, I come back and the same fish will be bigger, and I can eat a bigger fish instead of a tiny one. I know I'm making a video and everything. I'm really gonna try and fillet my fish so I can leave. It's about to get rough out here. Like it's about to start pouring down, and I don't know when it's gonna stop. And you know, that's how God works, man. I was fishing, I was having a good time, and out of nowhere, I was just like, I'm done. I'm done. And I'm thinking, like, why am I done? I could fish the rest of the day. And I'm just like, I'm done. I don't want to fish anymore. And as I cut up right to here, it started storming, and I was like, what the fuck? And that's how God works, man. At least I got to a closed building before it starts pouring. But every time I go fishing, every single time I go fishing, I always leave when I'm meant to. And I used to look at it as an inconvenience. Like, why is this happening to me? Dude, sometimes it's better off if things happen the way they do. For example, one time I went fishing, and I got all the way the fuck out here, dude. Got all my gear out here, and I had to take a shit. Like, come on, dude. Like, really? It's gonna ruin my whole mood out. Once I go home, I'm not gonna come back out. It's nighttime, you know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck. And I went to the bathroom and left, and I didn't come back. The FWC was out that night, and I had no license. So, I mean, I have one now. This was like a few years ago. But yeah, dude, shit happens. I didn't cut back enough, and I'm still cutting into his teeth, dude. Because fish have, I think they're called perineal. They're pretty much just big ass pads that grind up stuff. And they got little teeth that grip flesh, you know, pull. But they have a big pad in their mouth, in the back of their throat, that when they swallow stuff, like kind of like a chicken, when they swallow stuff, they have let other things break it up for them. But fish have an inside thing in their mouth. Chickens swallow rocks into their gizzard and then break up stuff like that. I know these are a lot of random animal facts. I'm just saying. Truth be told, I did not see my life going this way this year. Becoming a YouTuber, becoming so outdoors, and just becoming honestly skinnier. I didn't expect that either. I thought I was going to be fat for like the whole rest of my life. And I might be a little bit bigger to some of you people, but I know who I am. I ain't fat like that. I used to be really fat. I mean, right now, you know what I mean? Whatever, I don't give a fuck. You like it, you don't. I could give a fuck what you like. But that's just me. But then again, I've been tried by a lot of ugly bitches, so if you ugly bitch, you ain't got room to say shit. At least I'm getting fucked, bruh. People will fuck anything. You ain't never seen an ugly bitch with kids? The fuck? If you ugly as fuck, in my opinion anyways, and you try me, I'm not even an asshole to you. I just let that shit go. But then you keep pushing it, Charlie, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. I just happened to be at the bar. It was like a year or two ago when I was real heavy. Went out to the bar. I went up to the bar, and a bartender, a waitress, whatever the fuck you want to call this stupid bitch, looked at me and laughed. And that shit made me smile. And she's just like looked at me weird. And I said, hey bitch, why the fuck is you even looking at me? She said, what? I said, you the ugliest bitch I ever done seen. And she then started pouting and shit. And I know that sounds fucked up, but if you got the room to talk and try me, Why can't I do the same shit? Talking about your face uglier than fuck. And I said this shit, and she just got into the shittiest mood ever. And she was sitting there talking shit to me, to her friend, and I could tell. They were just looking there, pointing at me and laughing. Alright, bitch. Game. She walked up to me, she started talking to me. I said, hey, you got a boyfriend? She said, no. I said, I can see why. And that bitch immediately was like, oh. I said, you know you kind of fucked up, right? You kind of rude. And then we went to leave, we were drinking. She didn't give me no tip. Bitch, you want a tip? Don't be a fucking cunt. I ain't say shit to you. You gonna try me? I'm a fucking customer. Hell yeah, I took that shit to heart. But guess what? I guarantee you took what I said to heart too, bitch. We're gonna go petty for petty if you want to. I don't give a fuck. I seen a female though that was like, why are all these men so sassy? I honestly don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about why we're like responding is because the females nowadays are crazy, bro. And switch the roles on everything. And they want to be like, well, why y'all acting like females? Because y'all act like men. I don't act like no fucking female, but I know a couple men that do. Like, you're sassy. What does that even mean? You mean I have limits, boundaries, and I set them, and you're mad that you can't fucking just do what you want to do? The fuck kind of shit is that? A real man will take care of me. Well, actually, no, sweetie. A real man will make sure you was good, but he wouldn't take care of you. Not unless you had a kid with him. A real man will make sure you alright, but he wants to see you winning too while doing it. He ain't gonna be like, alright, yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. If you take care of a bitch, that don't make you any less of a man, but you ain't a real man. I don't know, I'm not gonna do it. Do you know it? Why are you trying to show me something? I know where he's at. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Wait. I don't know how you're sitting on the thing so I see you, but bro, I threw you a fish the other day and it's still out. And they're gonna make me clean it up. So no offense, but I'm not giving you. to do, bro. I make them pop the intestines, not pull the poop out of them. The nose is something. It sound like God's going to war. All I'm saying is I hope and pray to Jesus that I don't get struck out. But there had to be a tornado in the park because the way shit's people got blown around and pushed around and shit, dude. I'll be right on. Holy mother. Oh my. Holy fuck. Shit. All my shit's turning up in this control. What's the point of that? I'm already wet. The whole time. Might as well finish. Oh, mother of Jesus. This is strong wind. My fishing boat's gonna be blown off the base. Oh.
Dude, stop fucking doing that shit. Honestly,
I wasn't a rush. What do I mean like in the rain? It's still pouring rain. But it was pouring rain. And nobody could.
Okay, let me just help you out, man, because something you're fucking slow. It goes like this. That's how it goes, man. You can really tell that,
Boom, 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 boom. Everything else. Just need to set out dry. There's water in all this shit. Yes, I know.